One, he should have grabbed the saw if it was in the box he was right next to earlier. I would have started with that. Hey guys, I'm Tyler with AR500 Armor, and we are back again. This is Matt. He is on our R&D team. As you guys know, I started this company about 7 years ago. I've been designing armor and plate carriers and other related gear since then. And then Matt has been with us for about 4 years, also on our R&D team, helping design armor and some of our systems as well. The last video we did on this was actually watching the ending of John Wick 3, and that was a great video to start with. Today what we have up is a clip from the Netflix series The Punisher. Looks like it's season 1, episode 11, so if you don't want spoilers, you don't watch this, or come back after you've seen it. We're going to watch a scene from here. We're not sure what clip it is. It's been chosen for us, but we're going to give you our reaction on how armor performs in the movies or in a TV series versus what is actually capable in real life, coming from the perspective of two people who design and manufacture body armor for a living.
You didn't see this yet?
I've never seen this. So I've never seen this, so first time watching it. That guy took a couple bursts to the chest.
Yeah, so this is kind of the opposite of what we saw with the John Wick one. He's using a rifle and he's shooting people in the chest, and they're still staggering. In John Wick, when John Wick's shooting them, they're taking hits and falling over and stuff like that, but the round's not penetrating. In this one, I think, depending on what the armor is, it would be penetrating, or at least doing enough damage to make him fall over, whereas John Wick was more choreographed.
Well, one thing we've noticed is in John Wick, they tend, when a guy takes a round in John Wick, it either doesn't phase him at all, unless it's shot under the chin or in the neck or something that's an immediate kill in the movie, versus sometimes when they take a round, it'll daze them, and it looks like they're just playing with that system to add to the choreography and the gunplay of John Wick, which obviously it's probably one of the best visuals in terms of gunplay and performance. The Punisher, this clip, they don't seem to care about that. The guys just kind of get dazed when they take a couple rounds to the chest, up against the wall, and then he shoots them more, it looks like, in the same position, and then eventually it's just, the impression is they just finally get through the armor after a couple bursts to the chest.
Yeah. But
the first one just dazed the guy and then took him out, but not to the same level of how John Wick presents it. After the burst, I think you would be down. I think you would have wind knocked out of you, even if it's using a round that doesn't penetrate the armor. I think taking 3 rounds straight up the chest from that close, wind would knock out and you'd probably be on the ground. You'd be on the wall, then the ground. You probably wouldn't fly back to the same effect they would, not from the force of the round, maybe from the shock value or some reaction that you would have to it, but you would more than likely not be super coherent in standing.
So he's taken 2 shots to the chest after fighting with one guy, and you can actually see the rounds are still stuck in the armor there. I've actually seen that from testing where you get rounds that just don't have enough velocity and penetrating power. They get stuck in the first couple layers of the soft armor and they do just stick right there.
Same with our build-up coating, actually.
Yeah.
On our rifle plates, when we do our build-up coat, which is meant to contain fragmentation, the round will hit the plate, impact, expand, which is what like a self-defense round would do. It would expand, and it just kind of like sticks itself in the coating, which is kind of cool to see, actually. It's fun to watch.
So now it looks like he just took a full burst of what looks to be an MP5 to the back, and then was able to stagger off behind some wooden blocks that then stopped bullets. Which,
honestly, if he's wearing a large enough panel, which it looks like he is, and it's a reasonably rated pistol armor, isn't unachievable. It's doable. You'd be in more pain than it looks like he's in, I'm sure. So I would say, well, one, he should have grabbed the saw if it was in the box he was right next to earlier. I would have started with that. It still looked like it was a 5.56, so he didn't change caliber. He went from a G36 5.56 to what looked like a saw. It didn't look like an M60 or something, which I believe is a 308. So he still stuck 5.56 the whole time. That just gave him a little bit more ammo.
Do you think the Punisher's armor, though, seems to be somewhat movie convenient for things? Just it seems like when he bent over, everything was kind of bunching up, so it looks like it's going to be soft armor, but he's taking hits like it's hard armor.
So the bad guys, you'll notice, are running plate carriers, and in some of these he's shooting them in the abdomen. The reason being is if you're wearing a rifle rated plate, it's rigid. If you have a rigid plate that extends the entire length of your torso, you lose mobility. You can't pivot, you can't move, you can't kneel, you can't do all that stuff, which is why you'll wear armor you know, for a certain vital portion and not at your pivot points or not at areas that won't be a one-stop shot if you get hit. The Punisher's armor is an exception to every rule, which is absolutely unrealistic. I would be buying the John Wick armor. If that were available. That seems to work.
Yes.
So, but we're moving in a step in a more realistic direction with the Punisher compared to John Wick 3. So thank you guys again for watching. If you want to see us do more of these reaction videos, or if you see a specific situation that you want us to see armor tested in, let us know. We love to have more reasons to test armor. We want to give you guys what you want. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We truly appreciate your support, and it will allow us to maybe get you John Wick armor one day if if we can figure out the details behind that.